How's it going, guys? RealRadman here, back at it again with another video, very special video here. Here's the new series. You can tell by the title, iRacing Road to Class A. It's going to be a long series. It's going to be a tough one, but here we are, finally on iRacing, the premier motorsport simulator. And yeah, so we are in the street stock cars at Charlotte. This is the rookie class. This is the class you have to be in to advance. So this is basic the rookie class, then you have Class D, then Class C, Class B, and then Class A, which is where we are trying to get to. This is our qualifying lap in the street stock cars, and you can tell on the first lap we are basically just running the high line because Charlotte in the street stocks is kind of like Daytona in the normal cup cars. You just hold it full throttle and you try to build as much momentum as you can. So we are just riding the top lane here in our first qualifying lap, and this is our first race. I've not done a race before this one. This is my first official race. I've had iRacing for about a day, and this is the first race I've done. So I am definitely a rookie, like the pure definition of rookie. That's what we are. We're holding the bottom lane here, trying to be as smooth as possible. Don't turn the wheel too much because you want to scrub off speed, or you don't want to scrub off speed. You want to just keep as much speed in the car as possible. We enter turn 3. We're going to do the same exact thing where we just barely turn that wheel. We're trying just to hold that white line, get our left side tires right on it. Going to come out of turn 4, and qualifying is very important in these fixed races because everyone has the same setup. So where are we going to qualify? It is a 37.112, and that is a pretty good lap in my opinion. And we go to the qualifying result, and we get the pole by 3/1000ths of a second. So very, very close. But in our first ever iRacing race on the pole, you already know we are the fastest. Don't mess with us. Now the pace car is in. We're about to start our first race, and this is where the rookie experience comes in because you see the green flag comes out. But wait a minute. I'm the leader, and second place is going to go ahead and take over the lead. Now that was my mistake because I did not know how starts on restarts worked on iRacing. Basically, when the pace car comes in, I can go. I can just smash the gas and go. I did not know that. I waited for the lights to show up green, and that's why he got ahead of me. And that's very important because track position on this game is very, very, very important when it comes to street stocks at Charlotte. You have the 8 car going around the outside. He's trying to make a move. I realized that the bottom was pretty quick, and I didn't really want to get in any trouble, so I stayed on the bottom. Now, how you rank up in rookie class is you rank up by safety. It's not really how well you finish, it's about how safe you drive. Incidents and stuff like that. You'll see if I get an incident, there will be a green text above the mirror, and it'll show you how many incidents I get in. We move on a little bit further on in the race. You see a couple lap cars down there that got in a wreck, and they're trying to come back on the track. Here comes one. I'm just hoping he doesn't come up. He's coming up, he's coming up, he's coming up. What are you doing, mate? That would make contact. That was very, very, very close.
Seriously, what the fuck are you doing?
I was not very pleased with that move at all. We could have wrecked. Luckily, everyone in the front pack, we did a great job of just being very steady there. And that was really, really close. The 8 car was really trying to pinch down the leader and pinch down myself as well because that outside lane doesn't really move. We have a little gap right there, but the 15 decides to block. And right there, I gave him a little tap, and an incident thing came up. So that made me realize maybe I shouldn't be tapping them because even though I just want to give him a little push ahead, if it counts as an incident, that hurts our safety rating, which means we can't get the class rank classes up quicker. Now the 8 car is really pinching us down. We get on the apron because of that. We slide up a little bit and we make a save, but the 8 car gets into the wall, and we're gonna get a look at a replay of that. So the 8 car is pinching us down. That's fair game. But right here, when I get on the apron, I literally have no room to work with, and eventually I hit the 8 car. Now, you could say that's a racing incident. The 8 car could have gave us a little bit more room. Then again, if I wouldn't have hit the apron, I probably wouldn't have gotten loose. But when you run that many laps and you gotta stay that close to the apron, mistakes can happen. And when the top car wants to pinch, that is definitely a mistake that can happen. And when the bottom lane's probably going to be a little bit faster, trying to fight that hard in the top lane can only mean incidents. So it was a racing deal. You guys comment below what you thought of that. But we're moving ahead a little bit later on into the race, and we only have a few laps to go here at this point. And I was just running the high side because I didn't know how to pass this guy. It's very difficult to pass in the street talks. You see here, I tried making move to the bottom, hit him in the back though. That's another incident on our part. But I tried catching him off guard. I ran high for about 5 laps, and I was like, you know what, maybe he'll just lose concentration and leave the bottom open. but he wasn't doing that. We move ahead to only a couple laps to go now, and you can see we're riding about 2 laps to go, and we start getting loose right at the end, and we lose talent, the little talent I had in my first race on iRacing. And yeah, I mean, the car just got loose. Now, the thing about Charlotte is you can go full throttle around the place, but right here, I didn't know that the car would get loose later on in the run. I had no clue. So we come to the finish line, and we finish second. But we also got in a couple incidents, so you don't really want to get into that stuff. But I was just really focused on winning the race. I wanted to win that race, and I didn't know how to make the pass. You can see here, we just get loose. And I wasn't expecting that. I never ran that deep into a run with worn tires, so I didn't know how the car would handle. And the right rear tire just seemed to get a little bit loose. So I don't know what happened there, but you see the race results. And we move on to the second race. So now we're going to do 2 races per episode in this series. Now, it's the same race. It's Charlotte again. You can only do 2 tracks at rookie class, and they're scheduled each week. So this week, we have to go to Charlotte. So this is just the races that we're going to be doing. And it's the same thing as the first race. We're going through qualifying. We're trying to be as smooth as possible. And qualifying is just so immensely important, because if you don't qualify well, then you're in the back. You're very likely to get into a wreck, and your odds of just passing cars is not very likely, because the bottom is so OP, and a lot of people will not get off the bottom. So we come out of turn 4. That lap time in red is compared to my personal best ever that was set in practice. So obviously we're going to be very far off that. But we had a 37.1, which was faster than our first race. We go look at the qualifying results, and we are nearly a 10th faster than the rest of the field. And that's really hard to do when everyone can hold it full throttle. So I think that really showed our skill. 2 races, 2 poles. I think we have a good amount of skill. And we go on to the race, and the pace car is going to pull in. Now, I know the game here this time, so I know what to do. We smash the gas right there before the lights ever came on. Green flag is out since we control the race, and we pull out about 3 car lengths. And that is that. We don't get a penalty for that because we start the race as the leader, and that was awesome. So that's what I knew. We got the lead, and we would sail out here and try to pull away as much as possible, but we're not going to be able to pull away because of the draft and because of the street stock basically acting like Daytona. So here we go. Here comes, I think that's the 4 car to the outside. And again, the same thing. If you go to the outside, because that's really the only place you could pass, but you can see the time he loses. So that's why I was like, you know what, I don't think it's really good to go up there. You can get in a wreck and all that stuff. We advance a little bit further in the race, and I'm still staying on the bottom. I mean, there's nothing that I should be doing wrong. And we are right on this white line. You see where the 4 is? He's pinching us down hard. And right here, he gets into our quarter panel, and that gets me stuck to him, and he just put himself in the wall. Now, that was definitely different from our first incident. We could take a look at the replay right here. I don't move that wheel. I'm on that white line, and right there, the contact is made. I'm still turning left, and I cannot go anywhere. And that's all the 4 cars' fault, in my opinion. You guys can comment down below, but in my opinion, that's all the 4 cars' fault. We get an incident for that, even though it was not our fault. The 1 car is able to pass us, and this was where I was really worried, because the 1 car passes us, but we are able to get back to the inside as he just leaves it open for some reason. And I don't know what happened, if he maybe got tight coming out of the corner or what, but he just left it open, and then we're going to go down to the bottom, and since we have the preferred lane, we're going to take the lead, and that is that. And now it's just another 1v1 battle, just like last race, and that's pretty much that. We move on. You can see a little bit of banter going on. Someone spins out, doesn't know how to get off the track, so they take out half the field, and the other guy responds, yup. Well, my opinion on that is, if someone spun out, I mean, they can't really control their car. I don't know what he was going after, but the iRacing chat is pretty hilarious in the rookie class, because when people wreck, it just is what it is. I feel like in this race, we were definitely showing our strength. I feel like we're definitely past rookie class, but Charlotte doesn't take that much skill. We move up further in the race, and the 1 car is really starting to pinch us a little bit. I was getting kind of annoyed. I mean, you can see right there, that in the mirror is basically, he's like a couple, maybe like 1 or 2 feet off my quarter panel. If I move an inch, then I'm screwed, and we get some contact. I could put him in the wall. So again, I didn't really agree with that, because you should know that you won't be able to make that pass on the outside no matter how hard you try, and he was really trying to pinch me down and maybe force me into a mistake, and I understood it. We moved further into the race. I think we're on lap 17 here, and again, really trying to pinch us down. And right here, the car starts getting loose, just like last race. We're able to save it, though, coming out of the corner. We make a little bit of contact, but we both save it, and we are fighting for the win here. But I really did not even think about incidents at this point. We just want to win this race. We have 3 laps to go here. We head into turn 1. And again, he's really trying to pinch us down. I'm on that white line. I cannot go lower than that white line. I cannot move up. It's really difficult. The car is getting loose already, and we're coming here into 3 and 4. 3 and 4 is definitely a lot looser than 1 and 2. I feel like we were good in 1 and 2, but in 3 and 4, we see back out of the throttle a little bit and get back in the throttle, and now it's just a little bit loose. I can feel it, not as loose as last time, but we're able to hold the bottom. I know we can win this race if we just maintain. 2 laps to go. We're heading back into 3 and 4. The one car is still on our outside, still pinching us a little bit. We head into 3 and 4. I get off the gas, entering the corner, get back to full throttle in the middle, and that was the mistake as we get a little bit loose. We're getting still a little bit loose, and we slide up, and we hit the 1, and we completely lose the little bit of talent we had. I had a little bit of talent in the first race. Now we have no talent in this race as we wreck, and that is that. Add the incidents for more injury. The sadness of coming home 6th place after competing for the win. 2 races, no wins, 1 pretty bad wreck. You can see here, this is not the one car's fault. I just get loose right there. He's giving me room. I mean, he's not pinching me down like he was earlier in the race, but I completely lost it. I think he was getting loose as well, but I think what he did correct was he was probably half throttle in the middle of the corner instead of being full throttle, and he was able to control it. And he actually ended up following me on Twitter, and I told him, I was like, hey man, good race, no problem, you did nothing wrong. And that was iRacing Road to Class A. It's going to be a series that we do. So guys, if you like the video, make sure to like button. If you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe. Comment down below. Let me know what you thought of it. Follow me on Twitter. Follow me on Instagram. You could race with me on iRacing as well. I'm going to be in the rookie class, so if you see my name, give me a shout out if you watch the videos. And hopefully we do better. Right now, those first 2 races, not the best. I mean, we did get 2nd place in one of them, but we still got a couple incidents. I feel like I should probably stay away from the incidents as much as I can. That way we can just get to that rookie, get to Class D quicker. But it is what it is. So guys, I'll see you guys later. Hope you're having a fantastic day. Hope you enjoyed the video. More iRacing coming soon. Peace out.
I can't change. Even if I tried, even if I wanted to, and I can't change. Even if I tried, my love, she keeps me warm.